Your name I was with a photographer named Ron Raffelli. When we were doing rock posters, we were doing all the rock groups. And we were doing a poster for Jesus Christ Superstar. He said, I need some models that look like Jesus. And I went, well, I know exactly where to go. There's this whole group with long hair wearing robes down at the source. And I said, I'll just go on down there and scoop up a few and we'll photograph them. So I went down and I walked in and I went, oh my God, what is happening here? And I basically, within just a few days, walked down on my whole life, walked down on everything. That was a time frame where anything was happening. You had all the gurus, you had all the masters, you had people dropping out, running away from home, joining other groups too, so it was like a whole mindset. It wasn't something that was unusual or not, heard of to begin with. We had a council of women who ran the family, and then we were called the mothers of the family, and they were his wives. We were the matriarchal society, the balance, the patriarch. He was always the patriarch, the head of the family. And it worked perfectly. We never had a problem as far as our energy with him. He took care of it perfectly. Nobody lacked anything as far as among his women. We all knew what we were getting into when we stepped into it, except Robin, his legal wife. She never signed up for that. She didn't sign up for the whole Source family and him ending up with 13 women. She stayed, but she always had a problem with it, and rightly so. A lot of people knew Jim Baker, and they loved Jim Baker. Steve Allen was one of his best friends, Paul Mazursky, Warren Beatty, all these people. They really got off on Jim Baker. He was cool. He was a man's man, but he was also a woman's man. You couldn't top him. He was very cool. And then the Charles Manson thing happened, and it was basically the Charles Manson thing that did it, and still to this day has been a blot on anybody that's tried to do anything communally. All of a sudden, because of him, everybody's a cult. I watched this man leave the body through the lens of a camera. Now, how whacked is that? After we disbanded and dispersed, it was very confusing for everybody because basically everybody left and it was like we were back on the street again. When we get back together, it's just as if it was yesterday. We laugh, we cry, we have a lot of fun, we have our own little language, and it's so nice just to know you're talking to somebody who really knows you. We were goddesses and warriors and gods, and it was just it was pretty awesome.